mess this up, but see if you can guess, Paul.
Okay.
My mind's gone blank. That was it.
Ah, classic.
Fucking. Oh, where does it go?
Ooh.
See if you can guess. It's.
You got it.
Oh,
You
I
got
can't
it.
remember the chord. Oh, I've got to get it to the end. It's. Ba, ba. Ah, baby, do no, baby, do.
I'll take it.
Ah,
It should be noted.
Perfect.
I remember it.
Dan learned this in a
I
day.
can't remember.
In a day, guys.
The Farmville theme for anyone.
I knew it. I knew I'd free. I knew I'd freed.
Nah, it's fine.
I can't remember it. I want to get to the end.
Go on,
I can't.
go on, carry on. That's cool.
Go on, keep going.
Keep going.
Trying to remember it. Where did I get to? Yeah, I have to sing it as well while I do it.
It makes it better. Do that with yourself.
There we go.
Spot
Yeah.
on. Spot on. Welcome everybody to the 4th episode of the No Spoilers podcast. A month. We've been doing this for a month now. One whole month.
Wow.
Doesn't feel like it, does it? It's flew by.
It's easy to say. Well,
in 1 week.
we're all professionals now.
Yeah. Well,
Pro.
semi-pro.
Next level.
We're semi-pro.
We're
And with that,
semi-pro.
we'd like to announce our resignation. We had a good run.
We're done.
It's been a month. No, but
We're so done. We're all retired. Rich and famous.
yeah, but
I can't believe you guessed that tune.
yeah,
I
Farmville.
didn't think you were gonna like. I thought it was just gonna come across really badly. So you'd be like,
No,
was
it was
good.
spot
What
on.
was
It sounded
it?
exactly like it. Anyone who played Farmville.
got a blister on. I've literally got a blister on my finger
Oh.
from
Fuck.
practicing.
Should be noted that down a day. But yeah,
Mhm.
Farmville 09. Funny story about that game. That summer was the first time I started work. So what? I was 16, going on 16. Started working in McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
and every single like night I'd come home from McDonald's and I'd just fucking sit on Farmville. And the great thing was I used to put my crops on like before I'd go to work, and I'd get home and it'd be like, all these sweet vegetables, just harvesting it, raking it in just like that. But just so addicted to it. But that was also the year that, or the summer where I didn't really go out much. I just sat in and played what is it? What's the James Bond film? The second Daniel Craig one? Quantum of Solace. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna platinum it, and
Sorry.
that was a mission, but that took me all summer and I did it. I'm proud. But yeah, slight little tangent. But we've got more Konami news. You surprised?
Good night.
Of course.
I'm sure you can guess.
Yeah, Konami going mobile and stating that it's the platform that was close to their heart. What? I just don't understand what's going on. But aside from that, we've got E3 hopes, what we hope to see from E3 this year, what we want to see. And
Whoa, where's our intro? I mean, like, we haven't introduced ourselves.
I know. What? Did we
Did we do
introduce
that?
ourselves?
Never
every
done
time? We've done it the first
Yeah.
time. Okay, well,
Did we?
I'm Paul. Hi.
Hi,
Hey.
Paul.
Hey, Paul, how's it going?
In case you
Hey,
didn't
hello.
know,
Hey, hey.
in case you didn't know, you
Hey, hey,
can't
Richard.
read the name. Beneath me, Mr. Ho, Richard Ho.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Hi. How are you?
And to my left, Dan Railsy93. But yeah.
Hola.
We're also going to talk about photorealism in games and whether or not we think it's important and whether we think that people should pursue it or whether it's worth pursuing in the future. Because it's going to get to the point where it just cancels itself out and it's not going to be worth the man hours or the money. So, should we start with what everyone's been playing this week? What have you been playing, Dan?
I played that Ether 1 yesterday.
Ethan,
What do you think?
Platinumed it.
Did you?
Yeah.
No,
Didn't it?
really?
Standard.
impressive.
Check my
Fuck
PS4
me.
account.
No way. Really? Fucking hell, lad. It's still like a 0.2, right? Fucking
Ooh.
hell, lad. Impressive. I am impressed.
Oh, no. 0.1, I think, if I'm
0.1.
honest. But,
Oh,
Fuck
it's
me,
actually
that.
not like it, it was really sad actually.
is
Thingy.
it?
Have you got
Quite
to the end
nasty,
yet?
yeah.
No.
No, I'm stuck in the mines, lads. I literally do not know what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Um, the ending's sad.
mm. I'll have to get back on it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
I won't.
can't
I
make
won't
it platinum,
spoil it.
oh,
Like, but
Jesus Christ.
No,
Oh.
please spoil it. Please.
That's what we're all about here. The No Spoilers podcast. All about ruining things for people.
but yeah, like I mean, I was kind of like, at first I was like, oh, first person, and I was going around, and then I liked some of the puzzles in it. And then the story sort of started to creep up on me a bit, and I was like starting like getting an idea of what's actually going on, and coming up with theories like of stuff that other things that are going on through all the notes and whatnot throughout the game. And then the end came, and I was like, "Oh, I've beat it now." And I was like, like it started to get to me, quite sad, yeah.
Did you beat it and then retroactively go back and do all the projections, or did you do that first?
No, I did that first.
Right. So, is there any like post game, or does it just drop you off?
There's collectibles. You can basically if you finish the game, you just start. If you load up your save file, you start again in the case again.
Right.
Where you can, you can go and get all collectibles and whatnot. But then if you sit on the red chair in the case, you get like I wouldn't say it's an alternate ending, but I'd say it's like a part 2 ending,
Right.
like a second part. And it's still sad, but it's like a little bit less
Like, what's it about?
emotionally
What do you start
manipulating.
off? Like, who
So-
are you?
So, well, you don't know who you are. You basically, at first, I thought it was like supposed to be me, like in the game.
Yeah.
You go inside your
But
own
it's
head.
not. Yeah, it's not. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but it turns out you're not. But basically, you go into this thing. I know Paul said about it a bit last week.
Last week, yeah.
You basically like go into this chair, and then it like fills up with water, and you end up in this sort of virtual reality place, but it's taken
Right.
place in the in these fragmented memories. And as you go through and solve puzzles, and 'cause you don't actually have to solve the puzzles, you just got to collect the ribbons
Yeah.
to get through
Well,
the game.
I sussed that much out like when I got to the mines, because I was like, oh, okay. So I got to the bit where you go into the broken memory, is it? Where it's like a party. It's like someone,
Yeah,
and you
you
like
take
take the pictures, and then I started sussing out that that's actually the main thing, and the projections were actually just part of the side stuff, like the side quest
Yeah.
or whatever. But I got so lost, like not even looking for the ribbons, like just trying to suss stuff out. So I was like, okay, you go here. It says that it's not flammable, or it's extremely flammable. So I thought, okay, bring something with fire. Looked all around fire, couldn't find it. So I thought,
Wait,
you gotta come back, and like I got give me such a headache.
are you in the mines or
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the industrial center?
Well, I went to the mines first, where there was an accident or something, and then I might have been in the industrial centre. I think they're like linked, aren't they? But I found a glitch where,
Yeah.
you know, the lift. There's like a big lift, like an industrial lift that leads down into the mines, and I'm pretty sure that you're not supposed to go there until later on. But if you stand there on a certain point, she just clips through the fence, falls like down the shaft, and then it goes into like the area that activates the mines, and you end up in the mine area, like on the lift. I'll have to show you it unless it's been patched. But fucking hell, like I was like, oh my god, it's broken.
I think you can go to like any area in any order really. But what was I gonna say? The industrial center. My God, I almost quit for a bit
I think
because
that
I was
must
just
be where I'm up to.
I couldn't figure out what to do. It took me
The
ages.
thing is,
like I have to say, like I know I say I platinumed it in a day, but like for some reason the like in game time says like I only 2 hours or something, 3 hours on it or something. But I spent like all day playing it, like with a couple breaks.
Yeah,
Like I spent like the whole day
Impressive.
up until about 2 a.m. I'd
that is
say
I'm impressed.
just on the one game.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That the thing is with that game is it starts you off on like a fairly narrow path. Like there isn't much to pick up, but you still pick stuff up and that. And then as soon as you get like into the main area, it's like, whoa, there's just so much going on, so much to take in at one point. And it's not even like it feels like an RPG where it's open world, because you're restricted to the areas, but there's just so, because you can pick up nearly everything. Like, you don't know whether it's going to be useful or not. So I found myself like picking up stuff and then taking it back to the thing just in case and putting it on the shelf. Well,
Wait,
the one gripe I had with it was the controls felt a bit stiff. I don't know if you felt that as well.
And
Like, really stiff.
I got loads of lag as well at times, like really bad lag. And well, at one point I almost like did a fucking freak out because it crashed when I was trying to go into a new area.
Right.
So I closed it and reopened it and tried to load my game, and it wouldn't load. It'd just stay on a black screen. I tried it a couple times, and then on like my fifth go, like I was like, it wasn't loading. So I went to the internet, and a few people were saying they had the same problem, but it just kept saying, "Oh, it'll be fixed in the patch." I'm like, I've already got the patch. The patch is installed. Like and it's doing the same thing still. And then luckily it loaded up, and I didn't like it'd been an hour since I'd saved, but luckily it had auto saved for me, so I didn't have to go back and select loads of shit. Yeah, but oh no, I won't say anything.
Spoilers. Have you touched it at all, Richard?
No, I haven't. I don't think I've touched the PlayStation in about a month or two.
Really? You've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike, haven't you?
I've been, yes. That's my. And moving on to my game of the week or month or year.
I'm mine as well. Like, I've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike.
Me and you've been playing like pretty much.
I might have to turn this join me thing off, by the way, because we're dropping 14k frames. Like, I think it might be that. So I'm just gonna. It won't affect the stream. I don't think it'll just affect you too. Exit.
That's not a problem.
The meeting is over.
Meetings
are over.
Guy like you.
I also finished Dark Souls 2. I got around to
Oh, did you finish it? Yeah. Oh,
nice.
Didn't even know. We haven't spoke much this week, which is kind of good because we can catch up on the podcast.
I've been proper busy with uni.
It's that time of year, innit? Well, it's not for me. I finished.
I'll be done on Thursday. It's last one on Thursday. I'm doing
sweet game timing.
I'm doing a set of video game covers arranged for 2 acoustic guitars. So
you watching them online or?
Well, I can't record the gig because it's exam conditions. But me and Lewis can
record it outside.
Yeah. That'd
be sweet.
Put them
sweet little bit.
Some of them sound really good. Yeah.
Nice. Have you got any? Can you give away anything that you're doing, or is it under?
Yeah.
So you want him to spoil something?
We're doing a couple from Final Fantasies.
Nice.
Doing Gangplank Galleon from Donkey Kong Country. Time Scar from Chrono Cross. Air's Theme.
Nice.
And we're doing Force Away from Final Fantasy VIII. And what else are we doing? We were going to do Gerudo Valley, but we haven't got time for it.
What's Lewis like on like this? Because Lewis isn't a massive gamer, is he? Like, he doesn't really know much about Final Fantasy and stuff. Like,
this is what really interests me, because he's going like he keeps saying to me, I thought like when you said that you were doing like video game covers and stuff, I thought, because Lewis will help me out regardless because he's a mate, and but he was like, I'm not gonna lie, like when you said it, I was thinking, oh god, I'm gonna have to do some Jag tunes. But literally every single tune that we're doing, he loves them, absolutely loves them, and he's like looking at the artwork because he's being exposed to games he wouldn't like normally come across, like Chrono Cross and that. And he was like, "What's Chrono Cross?" And I was like, "Oh, it's an RPG thing." Blah blah blah. Explained to him. He was like, "Looks sick." And he was like, "You should play it." And he's been saying like, "Should I play Final Fantasy and whatnot?" Like, you should. Like, I don't know if you'll take to it. Maybe not straight away. Anyway,
should be noted that Lewis is like a big Rockstar fan. Anything that Rockstar does, Lewis loves Rockstar. All the GTAs, the Red Deads.
Yeah.
He's like,
Red Dead's
a lot of people go on about like GTA and like how much they love GTA and stuff like that, but Lewis loves it to the point where he knows all the characters, he knows all the locations, he knows everything. Whereas if you ask someone like, "Oh, do you like GTA?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I used to love shooting people's heads off on that as a kid." But like Lewis, like he's proper into the story and everything, and knows all the vehicles and stuff. But...
Have you seen a certificate from Rockstar?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
What, you got a certificate from Rockstar?
Dan, your camera's frozen. Oh, you've dropped, yeah.
No, he's not. He's fine.
Oh, he is for mine. Maybe it's. I hope the internet doesn't jump out the window again like last week.
No, well, he's stopped the
Oh, you're
live
back. You're back.
stream.
You're good. Yeah. So basically, when GTA 4 came out back in '08, Rockstar had a program where if you this is before trophies. Oh, it might have been just
As the internet.
it was just before the trophy patch. Like trophies were released for. I'm not sure about Xbox, the achievements, because they've had it since the start. But before trophies were released anyway. So Rockstar had an initiative where it was like if you can 100% complete GTA 4, and I don't know how they went about checking. Did you have to send them the save file or something?
Probably have to send something. I want to say.
I think they sent him an email with his certificate as a PDF because he finished the game 100% in like a certain amount of hours or something like that.
Yeah.
Because he just got it and just spent all the time on it. Yeah.
He missed out because if you did it within the first year, or I think it was 6 months, you actually got a box with a GTA key in it, which is the trophy for platinum in it, I think, like called Key to the City, and it was for 100%.
Like an actual physical
like
key.
a physical key. I'll try and pull up a picture.
Those are pretty good.
But yeah, that was funny. Like, he only told us about that last year, and when he found out about it, and he found like the email, he like put it on Facebook, and we were all laughing like,
Really?
it's so funny. Yeah.
It's funny because it's a PDF. Like,
Oh. Like that it was like a physical thing, but I guess it'll cost them a bit
Yeah.
more.
I found the thing,
you can print it out.
yeah, you
Yeah,
can print the PDF off. Like,
Well, yeah, clearly. I know. But
Frame it.
right,
who has fancy paper nowadays?
Right, so let's see if I can pull up. This is gonna fail.
What's going on? What were you talking about before that?
Sorry, I just want to talk about what you've been
There's the
playing.
key there.
Oh.
Oh my god, it's took up the whole screen. But yeah,
What do you?
see, this is why the join me thing comes in handy, because you can't see that, can you?
I don't
Like
want
you
to see.
won't see it until
Oh,
right now.
it comes up on the stream unless you're watching it. But yeah, that's the key anyway. But you'll see that, and anyone who's watching will see that, and you'll see it on YouTube. But yeah,
Sweet.
what have I been playing this week? Well, not even this week, just since Friday. Oh,
Yeah, of course.
Mm.
Yeah, he was on that.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what? Like,
Okay.
I've seen you.
if there's a reason I look like a slob, it's because of that game. Like, it came on Friday. I went out Thursday night, like extremely hungover, on Friday morning, and I had the door go. It was the postman, and I jumped out of bed so fast, like sprints downstairs, like got it, and the hangover was just gone, and I sat and played it, and I was like, oh my god. And every night I've been on it till like 6, 7. I was on it till 20 to 8 this morning, just like hadn't slept.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I'm just lost in it again. I beat it last night, but I'm going back and doing all the side, like literally just like 10 minutes before we started the stream, I defeated Omega Weapon, went and did Ultimate Weapon and Omega Weapon, defeated them. My next mission is to try and defeat Dark Valfor, because that's the one thing that's stopping me from getting like 3 trophies. I'm like,
Oh.
I think I'm prepared for it. Like, I've got Tidus's Celestial Weapon and Auron's Celestial Weapon, so they've both got a good enough chance of beating. He's only got like 800k health, but it's that overdrive. It's hard. People who haven't played Final Fantasy X probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But
No, not at all.
you've
I
played
haven't
Final
played
Fantasy X.
Yeah,
It's like one of
but
your
this is
favourite
like
ones, you said.
it was, but it is. Well, was to be honest. I
I
haven't played it
I
in
haven't
ages.
played it never have I. Not in years. That's why I really want the HD one.
Actually, I was gonna say something then to prove that I am, but I don't know.
To prove.
I'll prove it.
Yeah, but
I was thinking about getting it, but then I was just thinking, would I actually spend that time on it?
I've clocked
Like, would I- 'cause how
75
long have
hours
you
on it now.
75 hours, like. I was
And
like,
that's not even, like, I haven't got one person around the entire sphere grid yet. Tidus is coming close, but...
exactly.
Like-
It would take too much of my time, and Counter-Strike needs
yeah,
my
but
time.
it's not a case of taking... It's not like you're wasting
I
time.
know.
You're spending time. Like, you're not wasting it. Like, people who are like, oh, is this... Like, I'm not gonna start name-dropping Facebook groups on air because, you know, it's not cool. But Dan, and well, you'll know as well, Richard.
I know.
Certain groups, certain Facebook groups, and you see like all the fucking filthy casuals, and they're like, "Oh, I seen one today actually, like The Witcher released today. It's like, oh, I know it just came out, but is The Witcher 3 worth getting?" It's like, buy the fucking game. You're a gamer, so when you buy a game, you're investing in the game. Like, I hate people who are just like, "Is it worth it? Is it worth me time?" Just get it and fucking play it.
Yeah, but you know, some people can't afford.
Filthy casuals. Yeah, but I know, but it's an expensive hobby. It's an expensive hobby. Like, if you can't afford it, then fair enough. Yeah. But
I understand, like, people. It's more. I don't agree with pre-orders like so much unless you unless you're like in certain unless it's certain circumstances. If there's a brand new game coming out and no one's played it, I won't pre-order it until people have played it and said if it's good or not.
Smart in this day and age.
Because if I pre-order a game and it's shit, like I'll be livid because I'm poor.
Oh, well, then that means you're relying on reviews of other people on what they're saying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even rely on reviews.
So if they say it's
much.
bad,
I normally just wait for my friends to buy it. Well, yeah, if a lot of people say it's bad, I won't buy it. No. If a friend doesn't recommend it and has it and is like, and I want to play it anyway, I'll ask if I can borrow it. I won't buy it.
I won't buy it.
That's me. It's an expensive hobby, but when people are like, "Is it worth playing?" It's like, it's a game. You're supposed to be a gamer. It's not like someone who is into movies wouldn't be like, "Oh, is that film worth seeing?" Or like, shall I just miss out on it and like listen to what?
But I think you're like
formulating an opinion based on what other people have been saying. It's like,
what they're saying is like they don't mean it as if is it worth it? If it's worth his time, they like saying it's like if they can't afford, they can only afford one game, but it's like, oh, should I buy GTA?
I understand that, but
like, is it worth getting me?
But most of the time, they don't mean worth it in terms of money. It's worth it in terms of time, I think.
I mean, certain circumstances, like I'll pre-order the next Final Fantasy game. Like I'll pre-order Final Fantasy 15 because I'm like invested in the series. No matter what anyone says, I'll make my own mind up.
By the way, can you guys see chat? Because like the chat isn't working for me.
I can see chat. Yeah.
Is anyone in chat? Because it's saying that people are chatting, but it's not showing up.
Hey guys, if you're chatting, let us know.
See no chat. Mine's froze. Actually,
if anyone's like said anything, just say something in chat because.
Oh no, I've just
Richard's
just popped up. Yeah.
Who's this guy? Is he our new follower?
Well, yeah.
Wait, what were we talking about?
Oh,
Dan, I was gonna ask you a question. Have you pre-ordered Heaven's Ward yet?
No.
Oh.
I love how slowly you said that, just in case you fucked the name up. Heaven's Ward.
We all know it's called Heaven's Ward. Jesus.
Heaven's Sword.
Heaven's Sword. No, I will pick it.
Ward.
I will pick it up.
You will.
It's just I'm waiting till downloads out the way, really, because then I know I've got money to spend.
Yeah. I'll be.
I know I've asked you like 1 billion times, but when's it out again? Is it June or July?
23rd of June.
23rd.
Day before my birthday.
Sound.
Was 21st was gonna be spent playing.
Actually is.
Yeah.
I'm not even lying. No, there's something else. Oh, Richard, do you know the fucking Towerfall Ascension DLC's out?
Is it? There's DLC?
Lad, we need to buy it and fucking get back on that shit.
Oh wait, can we buy it on Steam? On our PCs?
Get off my stream.
Wait, does the
I'm
DLC...
banning you from the stream.
No, guys!
No, I don't know if it's...
No, what I'm saying, but you still can't play it online though, can you?
No.
It's still, exactly, so you can get on PC.
Local. Fucking OG. Yeah. Local OG.
Oh, that means, what is it called? Stream play.
We could stream it.
No, not stream. You know what they do? What did the PlayStation do? Where like you can share a game with someone?
Share play, yeah, of course.
So I guess if you buy it, then I'll just share it off you.
That's fine with me. I'll happily buy it. But
it does. Well, I haven't had a look actually.
Yeah. Aside from that, I've been playing a lot of MLG games that are always at the top of the streaming thing on Twitch.
What you gonna do?
Like Hearthstone. I've been so pissed off with Hearthstone the past couple of days. Just like so many fucking mages. Like I know I play mage, but it's so hard to beat mage with my deck. Like, it's the one weakness. So I don't know what's going on in the community, but
But
mage, mage OP.
there's been some nerfs and shit.
But and
Mainly
Counter Strike as well. Enjoying playing
And
Counter
there's a
Strike.
CS:GO.
Streamed a little bit last night, but I need to sort it out with my webcam because it drops the frames too much. It's so hard to play with drop frames.
Maybe you should like turn the quality of your webcam.
I think that's what I need to do. It's like 1080 as well as the streaming as well as the game. Like, it just eats up the fucking
720 should be fine.
yeah.
Or just go on filthy 480.
480. Wow.
They're pixels.
We can't do that. That's unacceptable. But should we
Unacceptable.
get into our first topic? What do you want to talk about
Wasn't
first?
that our first
Konami again. Get it out the way.
Konami, yeah, why? Oh, going mobile.
Going mobile.
They're going. Well, are they going mobile?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they are going mobile, but I'm saying, are they like literally dropping everything on every other
This is
console?
why I pulled the
Alright, guys.
pulled the quote up. Right. So I'll start.
Fuck Konami.
I'll start with the quote. It's the same quote that Johnny and Millennium said on his video on it. Following the pay-as-you-play model of games like Power Pro and the Winning 11, with additional content, our games must move from selling things like items to selling things like features. We saw with these games that even people who buy physical games are motivated to buy extra content. The success of Power Pro especially has motivated us to actively push more of our popular series onto mobile than ever before.
Wait, so
Gaming has spread to a number of platforms, but at the end of the day, the platform that is always closest to us is mobile. Mobile is where the future of gaming lies. What is happening? What's happening with Konami? Like, it sounds like someone has been replaced high up, and they've just come in and they're just like, right, I'm gonna do it like this way now. You know, like on Portlandia, Richard, when the mayor gets replaced with the woman,
yeah,
and like she comes in, she starts changing shit. Like it sounds like something like that's going on. But
if you remember, all they have to do is call her company. Just call Konami and say, look, listen, mate, you're done now. Just bring back the old guy.
so Konami, founders of Castlevania and like my favorite game series of all time, Metal Gear. I think the future of gaming lies on these. And you've got like.
Well, you're laughing, but to be fair,
like I know I always try and look at things logically, and from a business standpoint, it makes sense. But considering how much of an impact they've had on the gaming community, it's such a fucking low move. Like, it's basically like, oh, we don't really care for the people who care about games anymore. We just care about getting the most money. That's basically what they're saying. And, like, that just rubs me the wrong way. Like, I hate that so much when people jib off, like, passion
dedicated
for stuff.
Fans as well.
Extremely dedicated fans.
Right.
And this brings me on to another subtopic. What was the Kickstarter game that got funded the other day? And it was by the ex-Konami guy who did Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Castlevania.
Bloodstained or something.
Oh.
Another one, like Ukulele, got funded in like less than an hour, and it just shows that people still care about stuff like that. Like, there's the evidence. Like, there's no point in doing market research into, oh no, we think that mobile like is the future, when you've got fucking people pledging money for them to make a game like Castlevania again. Like, are they that blind? Like, I'm wondering, are we gonna see any Konami titles or is it just gonna be, why don't you play Metal Gear Mobile, where you have to look after Metal Gear base and you buy upgrades with money in game, and you can buy 100 Metal Gear packs for £1, and it just makes it so
devalues the series.
It really does. It shits on it.
Once any series goes mobile, like a mobile thing.
You know what? Some people have done it alright. Like, I don't mind the Final Fantasy one. It's a bit weird in the style, but all the spin-off games are like that.
Enix aren't going mobile exclusive.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
But are they also? Is it just like? Are they porting? Like, are we gonna get Shovel Knight on the mobile, or is it already on mobile?
Shovel Knight isn't Konami, is it?
Did I say Shovel?
You said Shovel Knight.
Sorry, not Shovel.
What were you thinking of? Castlevania.
Yeah, Castlevania. Sorry.
Well, probably.
Well, I was wondering, like, does that mean that we're gonna get like reboots of like old games, like Zombies?
Well, you'd like to think.
If you're American, Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
you know, like a good arcade game. I enjoy it. And suitable for the phone, but
It's not going to be that way because
I don't want to. I don't want to like. I don't want a company who give us
So
games that, so yeah, just like really, really, really good, big, fucking
Big title.
good games.
not even just
Silent
giving us
Hill.
games, molded the gaming industry,
Yeah.
arguably up
Yeah,
there
Silent
with
Hill.
one of the
Metal
biggest.
It really upsets me.
It's
Really does.
it's hard
really
to it's hard to
sad.
express without wanting to be in a room with the people who made the decision and like just shout at them. It's all right venting. It's all right venting to each other and talking about it, but it doesn't quite satisfy me as much as I'd like it to. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
I just hope that they pull an Xbox One and just go back on what they've said and mean like, listen, we've heard the backlash, but you know they're not going to, because they even said there, look, what is it? Our
money.
games must move from selling things like items to selling things like features. We saw
So wait, they're
with
saying
these games that even people who buy physical games are motivated to buy extra content. I don't think that's the case at all. Like, people who buy extra content are generally people who play free-to-play games, I think.
casuals.
Like,
Well, that's the thing. Most mobile games are casual. Most mobile games are like free, aren't they?
Exactly.
And they all have these.
That's what they're saying. They're saying that
in
business
it.
model is the future.
But
There's
it's
a lot
the
of money
future
in
of
it.
mobile.
There's
Maybe.
an extreme amount of money in it, like, but
It's
selling out. It's selling out, essentially.
Yeah, it literally is. They think it's buying in, but it's not, it's selling out.
Could be argued.
For a company who, it's just I think they've got too much of a status, too much of
Yeah.
Definitely.
kind of.
Definitely.
They were like,
And, like,
too respected.
Why now?
to
Why now
do-
as well?
why-
Like, with everything that's going on with fucking Kojima and everything, why now? Why would you? It's like they're trying to fucking lose fans on
a trick.
purpose. It's a trap. But
But I was thinking, like,
Oh, I
like
would stop
literally
listening.
everybody has a phone, a smartphone, and I'm pretty sure at least they have at least
well, yeah,
one good
I
one
think the
game on
mobile
it.
market's been
But,
growing
like-
since like 2011. Like,
Yeah,
early
yeah.
2011. When was
But those
Angry
are like
Birds
casual
released?
gamers, like
2010.
even if I don't know, but even if Konami loses the main fan base, like the ones who like love the Metal Gears, Castlevanias. Oh, sorry.
No, that's a carry
No.
on. I'm listening.
But like, there's still gonna be new fans coming in once they start making these games, these mobile games, and they'll be like, "Oh, guys, have you played this new mobile phone game? Oh, it's proper sick," kind of thing. But they don't like. They're just like casual. They just like go on it while they have
Right,
shit.
I'm gonna show. This is like the top featured games on the App Store at the minute. Like,
Go
just
on.
tell me how many like appeal to use. Like, I don't know if it'll focus or not. Can you see? that?
We're all moving to the street, guys.
I
Hey,
can't.
guys.
It's not focusing. Oh,
Hi.
I can't see that now. We've
Hi. How are you?
you see that?
Phenomachine.
Oddwing Escape. That sounds cool.
You know,
Guys,
yeah, let's
Phenom
talk
Machine
about it.
says he's surprised they didn't try and pull him over.
Guys, let's do a mobile MOBA.
Yeah. Venom Machine, by the way, is Joel Kennett from Margate.
Joel
Is
Kennett.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, Joel. Everyone's pulling MOBAs these days. Like, fucking.
Well, I don't know. Well, there's been loads of MOBAs.
Do you know why?
Well, not-
Do you know why
yeah.
people are pulling MOBAs? Richard,
just
do you know
because
why?
of the tournaments.
Because of fucking League of Legends and the fucking hype that
yeah.
surrounds League of Legends. Like,
League of
that's all it
Legends
is.
is a
don't get it.
legitimate large game.
I say I don't get it. I haven't
It's a
played it.
legitimate game.
But
You wouldn't like it. I don't think.
I don't know. Well,
I tried
Well,
Heroes.
it's a
I tried
skill.
Heroes of the
I
Storm,
imagine
the
have you
beta.
tried it?
Yeah, I tried it the other day, and I thought, it's Blizzard. I'm quite into Hearthstone now. Didn't like World of Warcraft, but maybe Heroes of the Storm can rekindle and like show me what MOBAs are all about. But no, it didn't. Didn't at all. Just felt like League of Legends.
Why don't you be a filthy
It's
casual
good.
and try the new
Joel
one?
said it's good.
What's it called? Right.
Mhm.
Oh no,
I
there's
actually
a
disagree.
there's like a free to play MOBA on
I
Steam.
hated it, then loved it after a while. Yeah,
Is this Joel?
I played it for like a
Which-
week, Joel. I played.
Wait, is he
played
hating? Is he
two-
talking about Heroes of the Storm?
I think he's playing about League. Joel, I don't know if you're talking about League or Heroes of the Storm. Let us know. But I played League of Legends for like a week. You played with me, right, Richard? When was it?
League of
It was like last year. We played.
Oh
with-
yeah, that was last
with
year
John
with
and that.
them. Everyone. Yeah.
And
we had,
I
like,
played Teemo. Wasn't too bad. But it just got so boring. Yeah, he's talking about League. Yeah, I just can't get into it. Like, I just can't. Just I don't know what it is about it. Just can't get into it.
I'm a bit into it. I do invest my time.
That's one of the games like that I'll never play on stream. Is League of Legends.
Well, like, so much money. Like, but you heard about the fucking what they're doing? They're doing a tournament now for Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, and it's still in beta. Like,
It's still in beta.
yeah. It was a Dodger who was talking about this. Like, it's still in beta, and they're already planning a tournament for it.
Yeah, it's like
Joel said it took him about 30 hours to get into it.
30 hours. You spend 30 hours to get into a game. That's most people. It's like after the first, if they can't, like most people can't, if they can't get into a game like with the first 5 hours. Well,
that's where I differ from other people. I'd spend 100 hours on a game, even if it like Assassin's Creed Unity is a good example. But to get the platinum, that's sweet platinum. I'll stick it out.
Didn't
I don't
spend
give a
100.
shit.
You didn't spend 100 hours on League of Legends when I was playing it with you.
I know, because it got boring fast, and there's no trophies.
But you get them sweet skins, dude.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Going back to Lewis and Red Dead, he said to me the other day, because he's gonna sell his 360. He was saying he thinks he said before I get rid of it, do you want, like, because I told him I'd never played Red Dead. He said, do you want to lend me Xbox and play it? And I was like, you see, like, I appreciate the offer and I would like to, but
I'll be in this
I'll
situation
probably just
before.
pick up a copy. I think I'll just pick up a copy on PS3. And he was like, why? There's like trophies.
Yeah,
It's like
trophies.
It's like, what you mean trophies? I'm like, you know, you've got achievements. And it's like, oh yeah, I used to like COD. He's like, COD. I used to get obsessed with achievements.
Can we bring Lewis on for an episode just talk about Rockstar?
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah.
But, yeah,
We'll do it when
I was like,
GTA 6
nah,
comes
I'm
out.
the same.
I
Like,
want the trophies.
unless it's an Xbox, like I've got a 360 there. I haven't jumped into the Xbox One yet. I probably will when Halo 5 releases, because Gears of War HD is being leaked. Like, what's that all about? That just came out of nowhere.
Gears of War.
I've got an Xbox 360
Oh, yeah.
there, and me 360 games. That's how much I have there. Is like,
Gears of War
This much.
already in HD.
well, it's probably just a re-release, kind of like the Master Chief Collection, because Halo 3 and 4.
Well, it's remastered to run in 60 frames per second.
Yeah, I
yeah.
just spent double on The Witcher today just for achievements, getting it on Steam. Oh,
Steam
so
achievement.
Joel bought it on Xbox and Steam?
So,
Or
I don't think. No, I
just on
think he's
Steam?
talking
Oh, he
about
just bought it on Steam.
the Steam achievements.
Oh,
bro.
Steam achievements.
No.
I don't mind Steve's achievements.
Steve
So-
Steve's
The
achievements.
Steam achievements
Well
are
done,
good as
Steve.
well, but they're like the bottom of the barrel when it comes to achievements for me.
What
Like,
was the barrel?
there's just like there isn't much satisfaction when they pop. Like PS will always be me heartthrob because I've got so many of them.
You get little
Never finish that little dun. Oh yeah, and the PS4 gives you screenshots now, so I like flick through them all. Like, oh, I remember when I got that.
Yeah,
Like, the
same,
screenshots. Most of them are on like black screens and shit.
on them all.
yeah, it's the exact same.
Yeah.
But that's kind of why like I enjoyed playing Unfinished Swan on the PS4 and why I'm glad I waited to play it, because I've got screenshots from all the bits now, which is a beautiful game as well. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the Steam achievements. Like, been playing a lot of Counter-Strike, and it's like you'll just be playing. Like yesterday, I killed someone with my Berettas. Like, I love using the dual Berettas on the pistol rounds, and then I killed someone. And it popped up in achievements. It was like achievements at the bottom. Doesn't even make a noise or anything. Just like slides up and slides back down again. And it's like, what did it go for? Oh, killing someone who also had dual pistols. It's like, oh, okay. And it should be noted that there's like 260 achievements in Counter-Strike. And
Well,
the other thing
that's
is,
not even the most.
the reason the Xbox achievements don't come top for me is because the platinums. Like, platinum, I think, adds another level of wanting to get 100%. Like, I've only got 1000 G on Skate 2 and Oblivion on the Xbox. I've got the Minecraft. I've got all the achievements for Minecraft as well, but that only adds up to like 400. So it's like it doesn't feel the same. I do like when it pops up on the Xbox, but it'll never top the PS trophies for me. I know a lot of people hate PS trophies, but I mean, I've loved
The thing is, like, you can hate them or love them. Like, Like, I don't understand like people who hate them because like there's no point. Like they don't do anything really.
Apparently, The
Apart-
Witcher's only 720 on Xbox 360. Doesn't surprise me. But
This is The Witcher. Well, Xbox
that's
360
what
and
Joel says anyway. Unless it's Xbox One.
even
Still,
Xbox One.
But-
Well, fuck the
Yeah.
Xbox.
What were we
F the
talking about? This
Xbox
came
One.
from Konami.
I'm sorry, Microsoft. We're talking about Konami going mobile, and then how,
Yeah.
and then Venom Machines started talking about MOBAs.
I want this to segue.
What I
onto
don't
what-
understand. Sorry,
Go on.
could I say this that quick? This has been on my mind. You know, Microsoft's all going cross-platform and whatnot, like
Are they?
soon. So if you've got an Xbox game, like you'll be able to play it on PC as well.
Oh,
Whatnot.
really?
I'm like,
Huh?
does that not just like get rid of
Hmm.
the need for an Xbox One though? If you can play all Xbox One games,
You can't
on
play all
PC.
Xbox One games. Well, most
On
Xbox.
PC.
Well, Microsoft.
but
Yeah,
like
well-
like because
Apart from Gears and like Halo and such.
By the way, Joel was
Yeah,
talking
but if
about
it's
Gears.
cross-platform.
Gears is in 720. That's why it's.
But if it's cross-platform, then you can play it on PC. So like, why would you need a console? Because you can just hook up if you wanted
Well,
to use
it's the
the
same.
pad.
It's the
then
same
you
with the
can just
PS
hook up
Vita.
the pad.
Like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, obviously the PS Vita's dead
Vita?
now. Yeah, the PS Vita, the portable.
Oh yeah, why would you buy it on the Vita when you could?
No,
play
no,
it?
no, not even that. Like you could buy it on the Vita, but you could also just go like how much is a Vita now? Like you could go for like
Oh.
150, or you could just go
That's
and
right.
buy like a PS TV from Tesco for like
Yeah,
40 quid, and it plays Vita games and PS4 games.
Venom
Like,
Machine makes a good point.
unreal.
Sorry,
Go on, what?
it's not actually cross-platform though.
What is it?
Apparently it streams. I remember now is that you can stream your Xbox One to your Windows 10.
Oh yeah, but everyone's doing that. I don't see the. I don't see, I
Yeah,
don't
that's
see the
not. It's
point.
not really
Like,
new. It's not really.
Oh, okay.
the one
Okay.
thing that made me laugh about that's it's sort of
It
like
was just
that.
confusing me. 'Cause
On one
Well,
of the on one of
yeah.
them Facebook groups we were talking about before, like it was a picture of a guy who clearly just bought a Wii U, and he was playing it in his kitchen playing Mario Kart, but he was like
me.
playing it on like on the Wii U gamepad like in his kitchen, like he had it
Yeah.
propped up in the kitchen, just like sat on a little like kitchen stool playing Mario Kart. I was like, was his wife not letting him like plug it into the TV or something? He's like sat in the kitchen like fucking. It's like you cannot get a good experience out of playing on the fucking Wii U gamepad by a fucking TV.
Poor fella.
It's just so funny though, but yeah, that's that. Because you can do the in-home streaming with Steve now. Like I've streamed a few games from my PC to my Mac. Just use the Mac as like a second monitor and kept the PC on. Yeah. But he wasn't even like playing it with the Wii U gamepad. He had the Wii U gamepad propped up like a telly, and he was playing
Yeah.
it with the Wiimotes.
Really?
Like that's what I meant. Like that's exactly
like-
he was using it as a telly. Yeah, yeah. But he had it like on a stand next to his toaster, just like playing it in the kitchen. It was just it's hilarious.
Embarrassing.
Oh,
Embarrassing.
Yeah, very embarrassing, but it's why we need to move to America. No, I'm not
Make fun of
shitting on the UK, but some people are.
Some people.
Yeah.
Very true.
Next topic we're going to talk about is photorealism in games.
Okay.
If anyone doesn't know what photorealism is, I'm sure you
Google
do.
it.
Yeah, Google it.
Google it.
Yeah, you
Pause the
fucking-
stream. and Google it.
Yeah,
We'll
if you watch
be
on YouTube,
right here.
pause it right now. Actually, no, because I'll just tell you about it. So, photorealism is getting graphics to look as close to people, anything really, as
Yeah.
close to real life as possible.
Real life.
So,
Hence the name photo wheel.
so from I'd say about PS1 onwards, we've been sort of striving for this photorealism. Like every generation we've jumped up onto, the people look more like people, the grass looks more like grass, etc., etc. It goes on, cars and whatever. Anything real looks, we're trying to make it look more real essentially. So we've hit this point now where we've got photorealism in games. Look at the Order. That was probably the closest I've seen to
on the PlayStation, yeah.
probably the closest I've seen to photorealism in terms of real people and real emotions. The Last of Us was also a good one. Really conveyed emotions through facial features
For the
and stuff.
PS3, like when it
And
came.
for the PS3 as well. It was an astounding leap. So we've hit this point now where we've got 4K resolution, and that's like going to be the future of photorealism, is rendering in 4K.
Yeah.
So there was a statement released. I got this from Review Tech USA. Rich, he was talking about was a Naughty Dog ex-exec who was doing an interview about 4K resolutions and stuff, and I'll just read it. Yeah. So he said when he was asked about consoles being able to convey 4K graphics, he said, "I think it will be a very long time until graphics will have the ability to place CG graphics in 4K." So that's a fair enough statement.
Yeah.
But then he was like, they asked him when he thinks that we'll hit that level of photorealism, and he says 2 more console cycles until we reach photorealism with 4K. So that'll be the PS6 and the 5th generation Xbox, and add another year, add another generation of consoles for rendering in 4K. So that's real time. So that's not cutscenes. That's rendering in real time, which will be PS7 and 6th gen Xbox. Will we even be alive then? Let's say an average console cycle's 7 years.
Plus we'll be allowed.
Oh, wasn't it 10 years? 10 years?
It's usually 7, I think.
Is it? Well, when did the PS3 came out?
2007, 2006 in America and Japan.
7 years to get to the PS7. Like per generation.
I don't think it'll be that long though. I think we've hit a peak now. Like,
I think technology
I think,
goes too fast.
I was talking about this last week. I think where we have sort of this peak where it's like PS1. Imagine it's like, say there. Let's just go from PS1 because that's like polygons, and then PS2. Ooh, big jump, big jump, and then PS3 to PS4. Literally just like, and now it's just like.
Well, PS3 was
even 4K. Like, unless you follow technology and gaming.
I'm not being funny.
Do you even do most people even know what 4K is? Like,
I'm not being funny, but like, I've when playing the PS4, like, I'm guessing it's 720 TV that I've got here, and it looks nice, but like when I hook up my PS4 to my dad's 4K TV, it looks so much better. It looks fucking crisp, man. Like, but guess
inside joke.
But,
no one will get onto that. Fucking crisp.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously it's not 4K, but it looks like even
good.
just on a 4K telly, like it looks a lot better. Yeah, even though it's not. It's only what 1080. I'll put in 1080. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
I know.
I understand. Like, you will be able to see a difference when it starts outputting like cutscenes, like CGI in 4K. But in the meantime, like,
it looks
pretty good as.
Was there our first podcast where we talked about
the
Square
Final
Enix
Fantasy
tech demo?
Oh, not Final Fantasy. Sorry, Square.
The Witcher.
Last week, wasn't it?
The Witch. It was called Witch. Was it last week?
The
I don't even know.
Witch.
We've done so many of these things. I don't even know.
Oh my god!
I think it was.
I don't even know anymore.
I think it was the
2 weeks ago.
I've got the notes here. This is like my podcast notebook.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it was. It was the second podcast. So we were talking about it a little bit there, and it's like to run that kinds of graphics now on a PC, like you need what? 4 Titan X.
Was the 4 of the Titan X, which is Titan X was the most recent graphic card that's been out. Best graphic card so far, and you need.
And then it got me think about
the
reason I put this on the list. It got me thinking. So it's costing this much money to do this, and that's just the hardware. So you've still got to do the actual software. You've still got to do the programming. So he's talking about consoles, which is just hardware. Like, that's just the technology. You still need the software and the manpower to be able to create the fucking.
Well, that's the thing, though.
Like, you've still got, and it's like, is it gonna be cost worthy enough to get people? Because it must take some fucking time to
that's the thing,
create.
Though.
Is it gonna be worth people's time and money to actually do that?
But at this point in time, like, they could do
for a tech demo to say, listen, this is what we're capable of.
Yeah, for the tech demo, that's fine.
That's fine. But when it's like, okay, we've got to release like 5 games this year. Is it going to be feasible to produce? Like, that's what I'm saying. I think we hit a good.
Not at this time. Like, once everything goes down in time, like once
but if
the cost goes down, then it'll be feasible. But at the moment, it'll be
but if it takes 3
expensive for any.
Say it takes a team of 5 people, like 3 years, 3 years to produce a CG cutscene or whatever. Let's just ballpark it like there.
CG, like a 4K CG.
Yes, yeah, just like a
Okay,
cutscene.
like the Witch game.
Like that's not gonna change. Like the people aren't gonna start working faster because the consoles are cheaper. Like you still have to put in them. It's still gonna take them 3 years, unless well, obviously,
but no,
they
the
get
thing is,
better,
within
right?
the 4 years, yeah. But then within like you say 4 years, okay. So 5 people, 4 years, and then but within like the first, like the software changes and gets better, and there'll be like new, better things, and like maybe improves, and then it's
That's true, but does it improve to the point where it's gonna save people time and money? You're still gonna have to pay them.
you still have to pay them, but then it'll be like there'll be new things like it'll be like it'll take them the software that they have now will take longer for them to do something like it's going to take us longer to render this, but once the Titan X becomes like like whatever they need, it comes cheaper. The software, the program, the hardware
comes,
that they need,
but when that comes
goes
cheaper,
down in price.
like when things like depreciate in value, that's because there's new things. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. There'll be new things.
Yeah, but when we reach that level, there'll always be like something else in the distance.
There'll
like,
always be something else,
why?
but then maybe the new thing will take less people to work on. Or like, instead of 5 now, you can just have one person because it's a lot faster to render.
Yeah, I suppose when you put it like that, it makes sense. But the point I'm making is like a lot of people, especially people who don't really game as much, maybe just play GTA and stuff. They think that gaming evolution is all about graphics. Like I can appreciate good graphics, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people think that graphics is everything, and it's like, have you seen like the new GTA? It's like super realistic. It's like, okay, what's the plot like? What's a fucking plot, bro? Fucking HD pigeons, like, okay.
HD pigeons.
It's the EDM of the music of the gaming world. Like the rom-coms and comedies with Channing Tatum and like big comedy actors of the.
I know where you're going with this.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You could give me a bog standard game, like average, it's okay. I'll get a decent amount of hours out of it. It was an okay game, and it looks incredible. But I'll still any time over and over again fuck it off just to play something in 8 bits. Like, do you know what I mean? 8-bit graphics. Just because it's better. It's a better game.
A lot of people. This is another thing as well. There, a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand the difference between bad graphics and stylized graphics. Like, a lot of people look at Wind Waker as a perfect example. People look at Wind Waker, why are the graphics like that? They're shit cartoon graphics. No. That's the style. Like, that's the style of game.
The
aesthetic look of that game makes it that game. That's the point. Rogue Legacy. I've seen a lot of people. Why is it retro graphics, bro? No, it's not retro graphics. That's the style. It's not fucking. There's no fucking poor interlacing or anything like that. Fucking refresh rate. That's done in HD, but in that style. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It's like, don't play fucking shitty games like retro games. Fucking Towerfall Ascension. No, I didn't play that. It looked like a fucking old retro fucking Super Nintendo game. It's like that's the style.
I think you're too exposed to all these filthy casuals, to be honest. Like, you're too exposed to them. Like,
I am. I need to cut myself off. I need to start fucking looking for some better games.
But if you cut yourself off, how are you going to make fun of them?
I left the gaming group. I left the gaming group the other day.
Which one?
I don't name drop them. We can't do
that. No. I'm sure you know which one. I had enough. I'm
this close to leaving. Like every morning I wake up and it just ruins me day seeing some of the shit that people come out with.
And it floods me news feeds on Facebook and
because there's a few thousand people in these groups. Like it's literally the whole UK. There's even people from overseas who are in the group. And most of them are just fucking morons. I swear they are. They're just older people who maybe played Mario when they were a kid. That's it. Draw the line there. I fucking call it. Yeah. Like,
well, there's over 10,000.
I hate the term proper gamer because, like, obviously you define yourself and all that. But these people, I swear, you'd have to just. I'm not gonna start name dropping because
the dirty casuals.
It's not in good taste. But fuck me.
I'm looking at you, Ben, Bob, Marlon.
What? No. How are you just naming them? I thought there was people in chats like, oh shit,
same, fuck. Calling people out.
Guys, can we make something? Can we make HD pigeons our clan tag?
HD pigeons.
HD pigeons.
Joel,
Yeah.
Joel was saying he liked that.
I do. I like it myself.
Cool.
This sounds like a proper like
But
new age band or something. Hey guys, with
It's
the
like-
HD pigeons.
the last point I'll make. It's like stereo audio. It's like all around. Like someone should make it like an audio tech demo where it feels like pigeons are flying into your head. So like, you know, the ruffling,
It's like
the
pure-
ruffling goes from right to left, like that. That freaked me out so much. Do you does anyone remember the virtual barbershop? That like
No.
sort of it was like it was a tech demo.
No.
I like using the word. I like the
Virtual
word tech demo. It's a nice way of describing things.
Yeah.
But it was
What is
basically
it?
like
It's like Oculus Rift thing.
it was basically Joel said Clash of Clans is the only game I
Yeah.
play. My opinion matters too. Fucking go and join Konami, Joel. It's fucking
Yeah.
mobile.
To be fair,
Yeah.
Clash of
Mobile.
Clans is pretty. one of
Yeah.
the top
But the thing is with
mobile
these games, like they just pass the time. Like
Yeah, that's the thing.
there's no
There's
value.
just, like,
There's no value in
shit
mobile
games.
games. There is a few. Like
Literally shit games, aren't they? Like not shit
Shit games.
games, but like games you play while you're having a
toilet
shit,
games. Yeah.
yeah,
or on the bus, or like waiting
exactly
for
like
something, waiting for a meeting. I don't know.
yeah. It's
Paying
like
for
it's
a
like when Hearthstone released on mobile. It's like
That's opened up to a whole new. But the thing is, I don't think it's.
I play it
You're
like
committing.
it
Yeah,
kills my
it's-
4G off every month, like just because I play it so much. Like taxis, like just get a
How-
quick little game of Hearthstone.
Thanks
If
for
the taxi
making my
drivers,
graphics works.
Yeah, yeah.
my
my
graphics work
graphics
less suicidal. No, look, Joel, I do graphics in university. Like I understand, but like it doesn't. Like graphics don't make a game. I don't think. I think they should
Well, we're
start
talking about
investing more
games,
time in creating unique storylines. Like the Order, we use the Order for an example. Looked stunning. The storyline wasn't even that bad. It just felt like a movie. It was like a movie-length storyline. But
Yeah.
the same thing,
6 hour movie.
you wouldn't try and squeeze a TV series into a movie. Like
Yeah.
that's the same potential the game has.
Well-
even just playing through any Final Fantasy game, but Final Fantasy X there, like it takes you on a journey that's longer than intended for a reason. You become more attached to the characters. Like just because if the graphics were like super real, that wouldn't make me any more attached to the characters than having a shitty fucking story. You know what I mean? Like Final Fantasy X, the fucking voice acting's like piss poor. The fucking animations are so. I sussed it out. By the way, me and Richard were talking the other day about it, and I sussed out like the reason Final Fantasy X is so funny is the in-game cutscenes. They're not the pre-renders, because the pre-renders in Final Fantasy always have that
Yeah.
weird like
Always fantastic.
sort of. They look cool, but they're always like that weird, like
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just like that's that weird style.
Is that what they
But,
actually look like? Kind of thing.
But
Because like
in the in-game cutscenes, I kind of feel like there was no motion capture or minimal motion capture. So I imagine them bringing the mocap, like the people who do the motion cap, and I can imagine them being like, right, we need you to record the sit down animation. Okay, so they record the sit animation. We need you to record Tidus running. Okay, record that. We need you, and it's not like they've done it for every scene. They've just recorded a lot of default animations, and then just like when they were creating the scenes, just use the animations, because the sit down animation's the same in everyone. There's a scene where like where Tidus like gets upset or whatever, and he like does that fucking like,
Yeah.
and then he just like where he sits down,
He,
like
like, sort
he
of
sits
half-
down and like crosses his legs, and like he's just like that, but it's the same animation like whenever he sits down. It's just so funny. And the voice acting, oh shit, the voice acting. I hate your dad.
That's great.
Hate your dad. I love that bit. Hate your dad. And he's like not even crying or anything. He's like, hate your dad. It's just so funny. Oh my god. But I don't.
Aw.
There's also like the ending. I never noticed it before, and I won't spoil it obviously. But there's a bit that I'll tell you about later. That just made me laugh so much, because it's upsetting. Like the end is upsetting.
Yeah, it is.
It brought a tear to me. I didn't think it would. I was like, I know what happens, but it did, because I was on our adventure with them, and like the characters mean stuff to me and stuff like that, and it is upsetting. But something that just broke me out of that, like, you know, like when you finish watching a movie and you kind of get depressed, don't you? It's like, oh, it's kind of over now. I haven't had that in a while, and I did last night when I finished it. But something that snapped me out of it was just one part, and I don't want to talk about it because it'll spoil it. But yeah, going back to talking about plot, like the Order story was fine, made sense as a movie plot, but I came out of it and I'm like, okay, I can't even remember half the characters' names, and I platinumed it in like 6 hours. But what was the main character's name? I literally can't remember. Gallahan. Fine. He was a fine protagonist, and made sense as a movie, but it didn't get me as attached as certain other games. And I think they need to work more on getting people emotionally involved in a game than being like, wow, you can see the teardrops and everything. Like, no, they need to start. I mean, I don't have, like I said, I don't have a problem with good graphics, but
I mean, I encourage good graphics.
Is it worth the drop off? Is it like
It's
super
not
high
worth
quality
sacrificing a good
shite story?
good-
Like, you need that.
Well,
balance.
you're making it like it sounds like, oh, we can either have good graphics or bad.
But most
But
of the time that's the case
a
because
lot of
most of the
time that
money is
happens,
spent
yeah.
on the graphics.
Is most of the money, but like,
Hotline Miami loved the story for that, and
well, if they had
that's
the
an
money,
old
would they
look
make?
a retro game. Like,
Oh my god, reminds me of Pokemon.
I proper love Hotline Miami. I proper love the protagonist in it, and he's just like fucking a few squares like put together. That's it.
Oh
Like,
no!
and
It's just a couple of squares.
because it's the
like
way
those-
it's the way they do the character development and the character's interaction
Oh.
with other characters in the game.
You're the best looking guy here.
I love that. Can we pull it up? Actually, I might just leave him on. I'm gonna pull it up and
Leave
leave
it
it
up.
on screen. Does he say? She doesn't say
But-
dude, does she? She says guy.
She just said, "Dude." I didn't say, "Dude." You're the best looking guy here.
Yes.
Did I say, "Dude"?
I don't know. It just come across as dude. Hang on. I'm just gonna put him
You're
in
the
the
best
corner. This isn't spoilers, is it?
But photorealism, like I feel like large companies can do it easily,
Mm.
just because they have.
But that's why I'm sort
yeah,
of.
they can put like loads of hours into the graphics, but in the end, like nobody stays for the graphics. Nobody goes into a game.
I don't think.
Yeah,
so.
I'm just playing it because it looks good.
It's like when GTA released on the. I think we've talked about this before. When GTA released on the.
Well,
Just got
Oh.
the picture up. When GTA released on the PC, and it was
Yeah.
like, oh, you can. It's like they were comparing it like side by side, and
on PC, oh yeah, like
sorry. Yeah. When it came out, they were comparing it like side by side, and it was like, oh, you can see like the mountains in the distance, but you can't see
Yeah.
like on the PS4. It's like, does that really change? Does that really change your experience with the game? Like, come on.
oh no, like I have the PS4 and the PC, and so do you.
Mhm.
And, like, but I have a decent PC, and like it looks, I can make.
So do
Like Shadow
I.
Mordor. Oh,
I
yeah,
have
you're
16 gigabytes
Hey,
of
Paul,
RAM.
get that away from my face. I'm the best looking guy here.
I'm gonna change your name to the best looking guy here.
It's not gonna make sense.
That's so funny.
Hey guys,
But
my
yeah,
name's Squall.
Square
That-
Enix should
I mean,
do
like I said,
all the PS1s in HD. Like, if
definitely.
they're only gonna do ports, then they should do them all. Cause I'd love to see Final Fantasy 8 and 9 actually.
Well, you could buy them on the mobile device.
The cutscenes and that.
Rare. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but I
they're
wanna
like
play on
fucking
the
12
console.
quid. Like, it's not worth. You can get it on the
Big trip,
PS1
Yeah,
for less
maybe
than
it's
that.
not.
Like, it's not
I'm
worth
sure
it.
you can download it.
Phones. Everyone, like, I know people like the casual gamer. Let's say.
I wouldn't even say
like your
it's
Candy
casual.
Crusher.
It's just more accessible for people.
A mobile gamer.
People who don't even consider themselves gamers.
I mean, just people.
yeah,
I just mean people who play like Candy Crush and that. Like, won't go to extra lengths as perhaps I would. Like for my phone, especially my phone, 'cause it's a bit shit.
Mm.
Like, I'll just run an emulator on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I can play
Run
like decent games on an emulator on my phone.
exactly.
Some of them don't hold up very well. I was playing
think-
downloaded Mickey Mania
Oh yeah.
for the SNES on it
Spot on.
the other day. Don't even need
Oh,
a
wait.
SNES emulator. It just runs like it's so hard to control like on my phone.
I wish I wasn't. I have the same mindset with scalping. Like,
And it's supposed to be HD.
I kind of wish that I wasn't as a purist as I am. Like, I kind of wish that I could just download emulators and I just didn't care. I like playing them, but for me, playing it on the actual system is like a must. And the same goes
Do you,
with
like,
scalping.
same.
does
Like,
that mean ports as well?
Well, ports is a bit different because it's still the legit game. Like, I've got Final Fantasy 4 on the PSP, and that's coming out on the PC next week. And I was like, I could play it on the PSP or I could play it on the PC and like super high graphics. But I was like, I'd rather play it on the PSP because it's a physical game, and I'm like playing it physical. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to explain to someone who doesn't understand. Like, it really is like that mindset.
I've got Final Fantasy Tactics on Game Boy Advance, but there's a PS1 version of it which I could play on the TV, but I'll refuse to because I've got a physical copy of it, so I'll play it on my little old Game Boy. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, the only difference is you can't really go out and play Game Boy in public, whereas you could play Golden Sun on your phone and no one would be none the wiser. But you can't get on the bus with a Game Boy Color these days.
I wouldn't play Final Fantasy Tactics in public anyway.
Most Game Boy games I play on the Super Game Boy and the Game Boy. I love my fucking GameCube.
Well, it's I'd plug it. See, I'd plug it into the GameCube and play it on the TV that way if I had a thingy. But
and this is where I put my GBA player if I had one. Oh, nice. It actually looks pretty sweet.
It runs nice and that. It looks quite nice.
Can we talk about Mickey Mania a sec? Like, why does everyone fucking think Castle of Illusion's the best when Mickey Mania is clearly the superior one? I like Castle of Illusion too.
I like
Mega
Castle
Drive,
of Illusion,
but
I've got it on Game Gear.
Nice, but nah, I don't. Maybe it's just nostalgia clouding my vision, but fucking Mickey Mania, man, it just felt more like a Disney one.
Both are nostalgia for me.
It's the same with Aladdin. Like, the Aladdin on the SNES will always be the best one in my eyes, but truthfully, the Mega Drive one does play more like a Disney film, and does it follow? It follows more it follows the story a bit better. But god damn, everyone thinks the Mega Drive one's so much better. But, yeah, Mickey Mania is so fucking hard as well, so tough. You know what?
I know.
Should we?
It's a hard.
This is a perfect chance actually for me to introduce a segment that I've wanted to, and I haven't told you about it because I thought it'd be a bit better to do it spontaneously.
New segment.
Should we do a retro game of the week?
No.
Richard?
Shut down.
Richard, no.
Shut down. Quick. No.
The reason I say is because one, Richard, you need schooling on some old school games.
Schooling. Do I get a uniform?
And two, it's just we need this, like, I think a recurring segment would be good.
By retro game of the week, do you just mean like a retro game that we've been playing in the week, or
yeah,
do you
I think
mean
like we'll announce it. We'll announce it and then play it for a week. We'll all go play it, then come back and reflect on it.
I'm going to talk.
Do you want me to? So we all play the same game?
Yeah. We all play the same game and then we all discuss it.
Can I just watch you guys play
it?
You
can call it retro game club, kind of like book club.
Turning me into a retro game.
Sounds good. The finer things.
It's not even turning you, because it's like for people who are watching, like, not everyone might know about games. And me and Dan, solid retro gamers. We love it. We play it every day. Play retro games every day. Yeah. I hate that. I probably hate the word retro. Like, it's been soiled so much for me.
Yeah, I know. Same. I know. Yeah.
Like,
you say old school then. Or is that even worse?
I'll just say old. Old. If I'm describing it to someone who doesn't play games, or like
vintage.
Like I had a taxi driver the other day who was talking to her about and I was like, I collect old games like SNES and stuff. Like retro, just it's proper soiled for me. I don't know why. But
see, like I can't. When I say old school, I'll sort of be talking about old school to me, like as in games I played when I was a kid that were around at the time when I was a kid. That's old school. Whereas if I say games that were before my time that I'll still play, I feel like I can't call it old school because it's not old school to me. It's like it's not my old school.
Exactly.
It's someone else's. So I'll say retro because it's retro. Yeah.
Technically, well, is it
a lot of people don't deem like the SNES as retro. Like they deem the Amiga and really early, like the Atari 2600, they deem them as retro to them. But and arguably that is the most retro you can get. Is like the what's it called, the Vex tracks, like one of the first ones, Atari 2600. They are like the first. That's like pre video game crash of '86.
You know when I sent you a picture of the flyer for the retro games night? And when I was taking a picture of it, it was put up in my college. It was with my guitarist Sean, and he was like, "Oh, you into retro games? Oh yeah." And I thought, "Are you into retro games?" And we've not like had this conversation, getting all excited. And he's like, "I've not really played many. My uncle used to. He was saying his uncle used to have an Atari though, which he used to bring round. He said he used to play on that as a kid and whatnot." And I was like, "Oh, see, this is a nice conversation about games, like retro games, that like the majority of people you will not get."
Yeah.
Like,
it's like as soon as you mention like it's kind of like that picture. You know that meme where like the guy's speed dating, and it's like there's loads of different ones, and it's like there's like a Skyrim one where it's like Imperial or Stormcloak. And it's like Stormcloak. We're done. She's the one. Like sort of thing. It's like that. It's like that talking with everyone. It's like, oh, you like retro games? Yeah, I used to play Mario. Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Someone get this guy away from
Call it.
It's like I mean, and I do sound like an elitist and like a purist saying it because I mean I do love.
That's
like,
what
Mario.
I hate. I hate sounding
Yeah, I
like
do
that.
sound like
but
proper
what's
cunt,
wrong
but-
with saying
shit, I
Mario?
said the
though?
C
Mario
word.
is
What? I said the C word.
nobody said it because we were all talking over
Okay,
each
that's
other.
okay then. No
You
one else.
can't cuss on the air.
Well, I did say fuck like twice or two.
No, we're allowed to swear, but I feel like the C
Twice,
word. The C
twice
word.
or two.
The C- twice or two. I feel like the C
Yeah,
word.
it's
The C word
either
hits home.
twice or yeah, twice. It was two.
The C words hits home with some people, so I don't like saying it.
Definitely.
I don't mind saying it myself. Like, doesn't
Wait,
affect
what were we
people.
saying?
Yeah, yeah. People talk like like.
But Mario is technically.
Yeah, I know it is,
and
but
classic.
it's like
And it's a good
Well, it's
game.
not like.
trying to
I'll
think
say,
of
like,
it.
it's
It
just-
applies to anything really. You always have the elitists in a group. It's like anything. It's like the shallow level of interest. Imagine
But it's not,
imagine
like-
like an iceberg. Like Mario is like everyone knows about it, so it's easy to talk about. It's the same with anything.
Yes, everyone
Something
knows
that
about
you're like name something you're into passionately.
me, my
Yeah.
PlayStation,
What?
Sony. Oh, a game or just
Anything, literally anything.
Name like a
PlayStation.
game company or
a game company or Square Enix. Square Enix.
Square. It's like saying, "Oh, I'm a really big fan of Square Enix,"
Oh, Black
and then saying, "Oh, what are your
Lion
favorite
Games.
games?" "Oh, Final Fantasy." Can you name any other series? And they're like, "No."
No,
Mm.
just associate.
It's the same as like, "Oh, I'm a big like retro fan. I played Mario as a kid. I used to have
Well-
a SNES." Or what other games did you play? Well, you know,
Tetris.
I had Mario and I had like Mario Kart and
And then I got a Wii, and then but it's
other
not
one.
just about like Mario is the like the not entry level, but it's like the first
Exactly.
thing that
Exactly.
everyone knows.
It's the
Yeah,
shallow level of
like-
interest. It's the same with
it's-
Sonic. It's like, oh, you like
But
video
people
games? Yeah,
like-
I used,
like-
to, used to love Sonic. It's like, okay.
Yeah, but
Great.
it's not like
I
it's
like-
not.
I
It's
like
like
Sonic
you're saying
too,
like
but-
that's the only thing. But it might be they might like Mario, but they might
Yeah,
like
but-
other retro
yeah,
games
but
as well.
you-
But they
yeah,
use
but then-
Mario as a
Well, not really, because you can tell straight off. Like you wouldn't.
Yeah,
You
it's like because
Yeah,
they'll like openly say, "Oh, I'm a fan of retro games because I've played Mario," and it's
because I
like
played Mario and like
the most popular game when you were a kid. Like if you're a fan of retro games,
I'm pretty
really, you
sure
would have
Everyone
expanded
knows who
bit
Super Mario is.
further.
I am 100%
Yeah,
sure.
he's-
that
yeah, Super
everyone knows.
Mario.
Apart from people
Like,
that may be
Super
born
Smash.
pre-millennium. Not even that. Like even like
Yeah, I know
Mario, you
everybody-
just know. You just
Mario's-
like
yeah,
it's just
Mario's, like, the
so
biggest.
big. Like
It's
it's
me.
like, oh, what are you into? Oh, I like old video games. Oh, like Mario and that. What's on that?
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
like Mario and Sonic. Well, yeah, of
Well-
course, they're old games.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I love to see like you two meeting someone and they say like they're like proper into.
But the thing
games,
is, like, I try
always
not to
open
be like
up
that
with
because
Mario.
I'm not a horrible person.
Yeah.
Like, I love talking to people. Like, I love, but there's just that
I like-
cynical part of my brain where I'm
But
just
you're
like, oh,
you're
fucking-
more shallow because you're judging them.
How am
and
I
then-
shallow? Like, how much?
Because you're like, oh, you
No,
only like
not
Mario.
shallow like that. Shallow interest. Like it's
Shallow
a
interest.
shallow level of interest.
yeah. If someone comes along and is like, what are you into? And I say, oh, I'm into retro games and that. And they're like, oh, like what? Or whatever. And then I'll say, and like, oh, I've not heard of that. Like, and we'll have a conversation and they'll like show some level of interest.
Yeah.
Whereas if I said to someone, like if someone said, what are you into? I said retro games. And then they say, oh, what, like Mario and whatnot? And I'd be like, well, yeah, but like he's like, oh, and then they're like, oh, I used to play Mario, like, whatnot. Like I know what you mean,
Okay,
like
you
as
used
if
to play
like,
Mario. Okay, you used to play
not
Mario.
as if like, oh, you're not at the same level as me,
Yeah,
but
no,
like
no.
a more of a kind of.
Oh.
I understand that you're trying to have a conversation, but it's like you're trying to impress me with your knowledge of Mario.
It's
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
okay,
Bonus
you
question.
played Mario, so describe to me the second world boss. Oh, what, you can't remember? Oh, so you only played the first level of... Oh, I see where I was going. So,
yeah, you
your
know,
memory's
you got-
tainted.
Hey, Mario. That,
Yoshi and that.
Fick Oro says
It's like,
Fallout
I
4.
remember
Okay.
shoot, yeah.
Fick
Sure,
Oro, if you want to hear about Fallout 4, then stay tuned for our second part. There's a little spoiler for the No Spoilers podcast.
no, I
How
think
long have we been going?
he's like
Oh.
discussing.
Oh,
E3
he's
by
discussing the
himself.
E3. Oh, I see. No, we haven't
Yeah,
got
I've
to
been
that bit yet, Fick Oro. We're actually just about to take a break
Should
because
we go
we're an
to-
hour and 15 minutes in. So should we take a little break now and come back?
I don't want to lose Fakoro.
Oh,
Oro.
you know, it's Fick Oro. We literally what we
He
do
loves
is
playing
we talk
games.
about news and then we go into like a little personal part. And the personal part this week is the E3. So if you want to talk about it, I mean, Fick Oro, feel free to get joined in the discussion. But we're gonna take a little break, probably about 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Just gonna make a cup of
Go to
tea.
a break. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll type in the chat to him now. Great. So go ahead. I'll see you in a bit.
you right back.
Righto.